welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on last year's national champions, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. They sure hope that that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO'd. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. They'll run it from the gun. Picks up the first down, still moving. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
Turning it on. A very productive run. Gets it inside the 40 all the way down to the 38-yard line.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Breaks the tackle. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive. This guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack. And their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, do I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down?
Fires to the big fella. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, let him go get yards.
The give to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Catch in the middle, it's Young. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Chance just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
On 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Kentucky's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. They'll try the right side. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Power football with the run. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. To the air, it's Simpson. Bringing the heat. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Going to run it. It's Wilcox. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got it in the middle. It's Rodriguez. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
That's a third down the offense simply had to have there. You're obviously trailing early in this game. You're trying to generate some momentum. So third down, defense is playing zone. You just got to find the soft spot in coverage, make it easy on your quarterback. Those two guys able to link up.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. And as a result, they lose yardage.
On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
They go right back to it. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Really good looking run. You think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys.
Oh, he's got some space. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Win with the running game on first down, now back at it. Looking for space, it's Fletcher. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. To throw, it's Simpson. Oh, they're after him. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
What a beauty. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the ACC, which is why this one is notable. Cal has had almost no answers today, and when they've had them, other sideline has changed the questions. A puzzling performance in Berkeley. They're trailing by 14 to Virginia Tech. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. To the air on first down. Hauls it in. Breaks into the open. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Looking downfield, it's Morris. Caught behind the line. It's Pineda. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Off play action. Caught near the sticks. It's Rodriguez. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wildcats.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes that Alabama offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer. Again,
he tosses one high and deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy in your offense?
And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. They make the stop, give him 3 yards on the carry. Ball's at the 24.
and those body blows really, really matter. Like, back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Looking for space, it's Fletcher. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4, they'll mark it at the 19.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4 yard line before he stopped.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through it. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
You got to be impressed with this offense and how they've been able to run the football and move it down the field, just being more physical in the trenches and getting some push. And leading by 3 right now down here in the red zone on 3rd down. I'm not so sure they won't run it again or give it to their running back in space and see if he can make something good happen.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And with 2 downs, what are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
3rd and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. Trying to pound it in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Alabama!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So it's an 80-yard drive and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Off play action on 1st down. On the run, still looking. At the 35, he's got room. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Back to throw, it's Morris. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Trying to play a little field position with that high punt. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top, using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's Simpson. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Kentucky!
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Syracuse is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Ernie Davis among the legends to wear that uniform. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Virginia. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on it. He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
He'll take another shot here. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Bama! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about single cover, double cover, triple cover. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. That last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Makes the grab. It's Washington. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Morris. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
It's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll give it to the back. Can't get him to the ground. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Wants to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Inside the 25. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Beautiful play call offensively at the perfect time. In that situation, the defense obviously expecting pass, so they sneak the draw in and gash the defense.
Might be changing the route. They'll throw it from the red zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And that's a good idea for this defense. I would be covering him too because he's already had a day's worth of yards. The big play out wide, man, they are finding him and he's making productive plays. So good job by this defense recognizing that guy's not beating me anymore.
Back to pass, it's Simpson. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. He gets it in. Touchdown time. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in week 10.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Tuscaloosa. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on fourth downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback keeps it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give him a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And, man, this offense just searching for some way to climb back and get back into this game. They're down by 1,000, and it's not looking good. And you can't even protect your quarterback on third down. Like, everything going the other direction.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Here comes that Alabama offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Well, they execute the end route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Scanning the field, it's Simpson. Pucks it out of the air. Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Rushes on him. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
He was doing everything he could. Got away from one guy, but not that next one, and he came up short.
Yeah, he needed a few more extra efforts to find a way to make that happen. Nice catch. Nice job breaking the first tackle, but couldn't get rid of the next guy and get that extra yardage needed for the first down.
Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. After the earlier field goal, they'll try again this time. Oh, they blocked the kick. And they got it. Off and running. The 40. Inside the 30. Past the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Kentucky. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, week to week, you just never know, which is why we're here with an update. Southern Miss is getting cooked right now at home, and it's all over but the crying. A lopsided affair with miscues and missed tackles. They're trailing by 21 to South Alabama. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
A really good play by this defense, seeing it, attacking it, going and getting it. Obviously, they're running the RPO. They weren't fooled. They played the run, came up, made a nice tackle, got the running back on the ground.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes.
Lofts one deep down the right side. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. The give on the option. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Wildcats! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here's the return from inside his 10. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Maurice. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Dropping back, it's Russell. That's caught. It's Hale. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
I think the wide receiver needs to do a better job making it look like he's going deep. He never got the cornerback that time to turn his hips, and because of it, he couldn't
looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll sneak and try to surge forward. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here, too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
And the Wildcats pick up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. The short hands, it's Washington. There he goes. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Got it up for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Defenses have got to play with great eye discipline, especially when you're facing teams that will run the jet sweep. You've got to be able to locate the football extremely quickly, and defense did not do a good job of it that time.
Leaves it with the back. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Motion from the wideout. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Here comes the heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
The offense right now is moving in the wrong direction. They weren't able to get a touchdown on that first down play. Now giving up a negative play on 2nd down. You better be very careful about this 3rd down play call.
They desperately need to get the score here on 3rd and goal to have any kind of wild chance. Looking for a man, it's Morris. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
Man, it looked bad for a little bit, but how about the defense coming through? Back-to-back sacks. Now it's 4th and goal. Decision time for the offense, but the defense made it really, really difficult getting those negative plays in back-to-back situations.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. This is now a 7-point game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Cal is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Aaron Rodgers should never be counted out of any game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Virginia. Tech. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. To the ground with the back.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The pitch to the left. Got the first down and still on his feet. Open space at the 25. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Alabama! They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. To the air, it's Morris. He just got rid of that one to save the down, didn't see anything he liked.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
That might be a little too close for comfort for me. If I'm a play caller, I want to create some space. I want to take a shot, maybe throw the football down the field. But oof, I want my quarterback to know, like, listen, hey, we're really close. We're a bad spot away from 2 points for the other team.
Trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. They'll try the run. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Here comes that Alabama offense. And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. To have any chance in the world, this defense has to come up with a stop on 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Russell. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! Quick strike through the air for the score. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
There's no mercy rule in college football, man. They have got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They are still chucking it, and they are still scoring.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Offense in an empty set. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. That's caught. It's Washington.
Well, the defense needs one more stop. They did a nice job not giving up a 1st down that last one, but with the lead late like this, one more stop, they're going to win this game.
Kentucky sends out the punting unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Back to throw, it's Russell. Right on the money. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the fourth quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
Here's the heat. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
It's always so hard for offensive coordinators to adjust their game plan. When you lose your starting quarterback, now you got your backup, and a lot of times there's so much cautiousness. You just don't want to run them that much, or you don't feel comfortable with the whole playbook, and you can see it there, and you can see the cautiousness, the hesitation led to a sack.
They make the stop, but he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And don't forget, they've already had a field goal blocked. Right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. They'll leave it with him. And some room to work. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. To the ground, he's got it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's taking the deep shot. It's picked off, and another empty drive.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Looking for a man. It's Russell. Just led him a little too far across the sidelines. Makes the catch, but it's incomplete. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And this will push the offense back as they mark it
up with great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone, but that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
The short hands, it's Pineda. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
And listen, you get zone coverage and you can hit that curl route and he comes open continually. Keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
On first down from their own 22. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They'll stop him at the 24, and that brings up fourth down. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin him back deep in their own end. They bring him down. Strong effort by the coverage team, and that's how they'll put a period on this one. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.